Krampus came not to reward, but to punish. Not to give, but to take. Here's a new look at the ultimate action figure, Der Klown from NECA.
Come here, fishy fishy. Here, fishy fishy.
Oh boy, look at that. Mario getting good at this game.
As we open the box, we can see a beautiful window of their clown and how he is displayed. On the box, we have this beautiful artwork of Krampus himself with the letters Krampus and Der Klown Ultimate Action Figure. On the side, we have a little artwork of Krampus taking the child. The other side, we have the back. From Michael Dougherty's classic tale of Yuletide terror comes a shadow of St. Nicholas himself, Krampus. Based on ancient folklore, this detail of Christmas past, present, and future comes not to reward, but to punish, not to give, but to take. His true form is warped, and the visage one might mistake of his jolly red counterpart, but beneath his ragged robes and hollow skin mask lies a horned beast who, if you're close enough to see, already has his hook in you. Arriving with the howling blizzard, and assisted by mischievous minions including killer toys and evil elves, Krampus preys on those who have lost the holiday spirit. So, this Christmas, be sure to keep the fire hot and hug your loved ones tight, or Krampus could be coming for you tonight. On the other side, we can see another artwork of Krampus taking children. On top, we can see what looks like Krampus pulling a child's ears. Wow. On the bottom, we can see Krampus taking more children. And on the other side, we can see Krampus taking children in his basket. Okay, yet again, opening the box, we can see Der Klown right here, along with his amazing accessories. And I'll show you how to actually position his mouthpiece the correct way. We can see his extra ruffle, lots of things, so I'll get to that. On the inside of the doorway, we can see a piecework of Der Klown from the website that he was listed for one of the images. And then to decorate it off, we have this beautiful kind of metal-like wood style around Der Klown, along with his cartoonish name plastered on the wood. The warning sign of choking hazards of small parts and the ages of 17 and up. Well, that's technically it for the box, so let's get him out of here. Here's the inner layer of Der Klown's box, along with the cardboard thing. I recommend to put the plastic back in the cardboard once it's done, because you do not want it to rip and bend and break, because it will eventually do that. And here's the box that he comes in. It's flimsy, so it will bend and break if not taken care of properly. But the cool things are that it has like a wooden background inside to make it look like he's in a box of like a literal jack-in-a-box. On the side of the box, we can see Der Klown in a frame, what's believed. I think it's a frame. It looks really cool, and this is also another image from the websites. All of these will be the images from the websites. On the back, we also have my favorite pose of Der Klown, of the mischief hands that he does. Kind of like a goofy but also detective way for me. And finally, on the other side, we have Der Klown devouring Jordan. The box also has that wood-like texture to it and the image as well, to make it look like he's in the actual jack-in-a-box. It seems that it also has magnets on top of here, which is the creasing somewhere down here to make it stick like that and stay there put. Now here's Der Klown out of the package, still freshly new, and let's get a close-up of him. Der Klown's face job is really well. I love how they did his face paint. Looks exactly like how he did in the film and in the movie, or both, which I would say. The only thing they messed up on one part is his bell. Somehow, this bell right here is much smaller than this one, and his back bell, his pongs. One of his pongs are smaller than the other ones, which is kinda weird, but still grateful that I actually have the Der Klown figure. You can see that they've done great sculpting and painting on his hat too. His hat is really well done for the paint job. It looks all old and dusty like how it should be in the movie. So that's very good and very neat. Along with his little face. His bells is not really anything special, nor that I don't see that they have a Krampus wording on it. It looks like it's just plain golden and silver. The detail in the box that they did is very great. It looks fantastic. You can see that it's printed on, I believe, not painted, it's printed. You can see all the photos that I believe were on the box and just reused for his actual box, which is really cool. And also, you have his flap that fell off right here, which shows Krampus on it, which is the front of the box. And the quote of the day: if it's delicate, be delicate. That's right. His little handle, or his lid right here, has broken off. Well, not really broken, it just slid off. The wires on it are not securing it anymore through the hose, so I need to get new wires. But basically, people don't know that you can actually turn the handle, but I would not recommend because it would eventually snap off. So I would like to keep it on there so that I don't break it off or snap it off. Now another minor thing is that you can actually eventually take his box off. See that his tail is on a ball joint. And here is the inside of the box. It's all decorated in like somewhat of a red fabric to keep the box safe. Although I don't know if the box is usually supposed to come off or not, but it is a cool detail if it does. Der Klown is somewhat limited postable, which is his box is a full 360 around and can swabble. His head does a full 360, though the back belt stops it and his ruffle does. There's full rotation in the arms. His whole waist does a full 360, though you want to watch out about that part right there of his coach, which it does get stuck and it will not allow him to move fully around. His waist does move side to side, or up and down I should say. And also his tail, you pull his tail out and back if you want him to make him look longer, I suppose. And last, this part also moves on a swivel like the box. His hands are also full 360 swivels. The bottom is not really that much detail, but you can see I really like how they added the little ripples, or let's say foldings or stretches of his body. Now to the accessories, what you want to do is you want to swivel off his head. You want to hold the ruffle on there to keep it intact. This is how Der Klown's neck looks like without his ruffle, and you can see all of the details like from the movie on the ruffle. You can see the little clovers, I should say, I like to call them clovers, clover patterns on the ruffle, including his handkerchief. Now his head, you just take the mouthpiece off and it has a little connection in there, which is just slides in there. And we are gonna take this mouth, but first we are gonna fix it. We move the clown away. So first you want to move these up like that, because this is how their clown actually looks in the movie. His faceplates are like this. You can see a 2 right there to indicate that this is the second mouthpiece he has. His devouring Jordan mouth also has to do the same thing. You flip his faceplates the right way, in the correct way, how it should be, like in the movie, and it's solid smooth on the back because we take this ruffle right here, which will sort of slide and connect on it. Der Klown's upper body can also be come off, and it's on the ball joint, as you can see. Though it was kind of hard getting it off, so I really recommend messing with it. But this is how it looks. And on the inside, just plastic, and yeah. You see his jacket details, which are really cool. Let me get his body out the way so it can focus. His striped vest, which I will have to make for my Der Klown costume. He also wears kind of like a blue jacket suit, I believe, and a white shirt under, so I will have to pay attention on that too. But yeah, this is basically how he is without his worm-like body. And so we got his unhinging jaw, and we'll put that little digit point right there into the space right here, which we will connect it just like that, and there we go. Looks like Der Klown with his mouth open. We'll put his ruffle back on. Make sure that the lower space is facing this way. And what you really want to do is you just want to repeat the same thing, just in reverse. You'll put the head back on until you hear a click. There we go. And now his head is intact. So here's how Der Klown looks with his open jaw, his unhinging jaw. It looks pretty neat. Another thing is that his faceplates can also come off like this, leaving him just with his mouth. These faceplates are small in size though in person, so I would recommend not really to mess with them off because it's easy to lose them. And here's all his little teeth. Make sure the camera focuses. Yeah, look at all his little sharp teeth. Yikes. For the same thing, his other mouth for the Wyrm Jordan, also the faceplates do come off. You also have great detail in there with his throat and his sharp teeth. Now this time instead, what you want to do is you want to take the ruffle off, and the other ruffle is for his big mouth. You repeat the same thing again, but instead, reverse. You clip the mouth on, and you put it until it clicks. And that's why there's a little smooth surface for the mouth to be like that. Now, this is a really cool thing, and this is the reason why the ruffle actually has that little smooth surface, so that the actual big mouth can fit on there. But that's not all, because I have Jordan's legs right here. They're basically just a peg, and what you do is that you peg it into that small hole right there. Sorry there, clown. I know you need your privacy in your mouth. But what you do is you take this peg right here and you peg it in there. If I can peg it right. And there we go. He pulls his hands up, and Der Klown is officially eating Jordan. Wow. How does that taste, Der Klown? Anyways, they have really good detail. A lot. They look like Georgie's feet. Really good detail. The bottom of the shoe. Very nice detail. Last, we have 2 more accessories for Der Klown. This, however, is not really a spare hand. This is actually a grabbing hand for Der Klown for the next item I'm about to get right now, which is his little handkerchief. You can also see that it also has those 4-leaf clover like patterns on them, just like how Der Klown's ruffle is. Der Klown's handkerchief is well designed despite its small size, and it looks really well done. So you're gonna take his head off like so, and sometimes his mouth flies off. Well, that's alright. Now, if you want him to make him look like that he just finished up a good meal of victims of naughty children, you can switch out his hand and put on his grabbing hand, in that little peg right there. You want to peg it in like any other character with swappable, changeable hands. And then you want to get the handkerchief. Now I'm still kind of confused how you pose the handkerchief in his hands, but certainly it goes like this. Like that. So you can make him wipe his mouth like you finished a good meal of his naughty victims of children. You can also do that with his other open mouth or his long mouth. While his regular gloves are sort of detailed with that cartoonish like 3 lines on it. So what do y'all think of Der Klown? Well, I think I give him a 10 out of 10. He's the best figure I ever had so far. I'm pretty sure that NECA's gonna be releasing the next set of Krampus creatures like the Gingerbread Man, Perchta, Teddy Claw, TikTok, every single killer toy from the movie, which I saw a prototype version, so they should be coming out either this year or next year. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments down below, how y'all like this figure, how y'all not. For background information, Der Klown is approximately 6 inches tall, I believe, and 11 to 12 inches long. I hope this information was helpful to you in case if you're gonna be the next person buying Der Klown too. So with all that being said, you better watch out. You better not cry, and you better not pout, because I'm telling you why. Krampus has an eye on you, and Krampus does not reward, but to punish. Not to give, but to take. Have a slappy day, people, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.